That little song's called Morning Mandolin. I was up really late last night, well, till about 4 this morning, due to the fact on this side of my jaw I've got 5 infected teeth. I can't get into a dentist due to COVID-19. Right now they're not hurting. And for a fat boy, that's pretty intense sometimes. I want to title today's vlog, The Rough Ride Ahead. You know, I had to go to Walmart earlier to get a prescription filled for my sweetheart. Many times going to Walmart, whether I'm in my old van or I'm in my son's Suburban, the problem is the wind will blow you one way, then it'll blow you the other way, and you've got to go ahead and correct with the steering wheel and not overcorrect and keep the vehicle between the lines. During World War II, Prime Minister Winston Churchill gave many speeches, and they did have radio back then, even when there were blackouts. He would tell the people of London, he would tell the people of England, he would tell the military people all over the world and at home, stay the course. Stay the course. That figure of speech did not begin with him. It began with a guy named Ecclesius Exiguus during the time of Julius Caesar. And during times of conquest, he would give the troops under his command, stay the course. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, you're going to find that people will be treacherous with you and to you and about you. You'll have people you thought were friends. You suddenly find out they're not your friend, and they never had your best interest at heart to begin with. That's happened to me many times in my life, and I can honestly say that I've never been one to be treacherous with others. I know that sounds funny. I've always been the type of guy, if I'm going to say something to you, I will say it to your face. And I prefer people do that with me. That being said, though, I'm going to advise you that from now on, if I can do it, comments on my vlog and on my other channel are going to be turned off. I guess I'm going to have to say that these are for children to get that done. I don't know. I don't use profanity on here. I try not to, and I try not to be crude. I wish I could say the same about some folks that have posted on my vlog. I'm not talking about the individual, in case they're watching, that said, I hear you steal dogs. That's a personal deal. I know who posted it on there. They are a very petty individual. That doesn't bother me. I've got thick skin. what bothers me in the extreme are those folks that I have to go back and sweep up the comments and get rid of them, that every other word out of their mouth is GD or the F-bomb or SOB or the word for fecal matter. And it seems like, and I've had to get rid of a bunch of that. I don't care what an individual does in their personal life as long as it doesn't affect me or mine, or me and mine. This is a vlog. This is not for entertainment. And I have no delusions that I'll ever have a big enough subscriber list that I'll ever make any money off of YouTube. I know I won't, so I might as well just go ahead and fix it so that comments can't be made. And I've had friends make comments. And I have friends that I love with all my heart that comment. I'm going to another social engine called Parler, P-A-R-L-E-R. I signed up yesterday, and I'm probably going to go to one called MeWe. Most people do all this off their cell phones. I don't. I just paid my cell phone bill. I've got this. It's an Android phone. It's not an expensive one. I paid, I think, $21 for it at US Cellular, but it is a G5 phone or G4. I think it's a G4 phone. No, it might be G5. All that stuff bamboozles me. It really does. My wife's had an iPhone. One of my sons has had an iPhone. What you're paying for is a name. That little phone there will do everything one of the really expensive $1,200 phones will. And I bought my wife a tablet, a big one. She has that now. She's got a little one that I gave her. I try to stay off of the internet as much as I can, but I make money off of it. And that sounds funny, but, you know, I'm limited in what I can do. And I'm an old man. I can't just go out and chop wood or paint houses or paint signs or put on a badge and a gun and go arrest people. I can't do any of the stuff I used to do. I'm crippled. The one thing I can do is try to offer encouragement to folks, and that is what I'm about to be about, totally. We have a rough road ahead of us. Well, it doesn't matter who you. Let's leave politics completely out of it, okay? What else could make it a rough road? Well, for one thing, this pandemic has been misread by everybody involved in it. When I was in Walmart earlier, I was riding one of the electric carts. I can't walk well enough. Now, I can get on my walking cane and walk around my pasture all day. I'll get tired, but I can stop, lean against a tree, or find something to sit on, get up, get my energy going again, and keep doing it. That's not a problem, but due to the injuries in my right leg, I can't walk on concrete or pavement for very long. That is why I call myself a cripple, and there's more to it than that. It's not just me being overweight, obese, if you will. It's due to injuries I've sustained through my life. They're much and they're varied, and they're painful. But mine's not a unique story, folks. Every one of you watching this, everyone that will listen to my podcast that I'm getting ready to do and upload, every one of you you have problems in your life, my biggest, most sincere advice I can give you is always try to think before you speak. Try to be uplifting to others. Try to not be degrading and hostile and grouchy, hateful, snarky, whatever you will. You know, one thing that used to get me through life the following day, and this is and I'm drinking water today. This is a really strange thing I'm going to tell you, but it has sustained me. Most of you watching this would not believe the pure hell I've been through in my life. You just wouldn't. You wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't believe it. And I'm not talking about mental afflictions. I'm talking physical impacts on this tired old body and financial impacts on my family and all the things I've had to deal with. So what is the one thing I did that really gave me a basis to get up the next morning and face it all over again? Most people would say, I'm going to say, well, I turned it over to God. I didn't. I didn't start doing that until recently in my life. I didn't use prayer. I didn't start doing that until recently in my life. But what is the one thing I did? Every night before I went to bed, and even though I didn't sleep very much at all, I would sleep some or I wouldn't be alive right now. But every night I tried to visualize something to look forward to. That is my biggest piece of advice I can give you, is try to have something to look forward to the next day. My three oldest boys, they worked at a job that was a thankless job. I'm not going to say why I say that, but it was a thankless job. They were rode hard and put up wet, and they dreaded every day getting up and having to go back and go to work again. The people they worked with were extremely treacherous. A lot of those people still work there, and yes, they are still extremely treacherous. So what do now? They work amongst themselves, and they're basically clearing land and being basically a lumberjack. They operate heavy equipment, they operate chainsaws, they clean stuff up, and when they get done, it's beautiful and they can see the beauty of it. Now, they have something to look forward to every day when they get up and go forward. I have a brother living with my mom that I worry about. He knows his name. I'm not going to embarrass him naming him here, but I've been doing an awful lot of praying for him, and I will again today. I want a better life for all of us, and I mean all of us. It doesn't matter whether Joe Biden is the president or Donald Trump is the president. Leave that out of it. 90% of how your life goes is up to you. You can either have a positive attitude toward things or you can have a negative attitude. If you think you're going to fail, you're going to fail. Plain and simple. If you believe you will succeed, first, the belief is very important, and second, you have to put down on paper. Don't try to keep a mental list. Write down that which you believe you want to have happen. I don't believe in manifestation. I don't believe you can claim it and it'll happen to you. That's a doctrine of quite a few churches. I don't believe that. But what I do believe, and what I've used in my own life, see this little notebook? I don't have anything written in it yet. You can get 3 of these for 88 cents at Walmart. So you might as well say you're going to have $1 in 3 notebooks, and you take one and you journal in it. You put down your hopes, your aspirations, what you believe is going to happen, and then you put down your plan to make that happen. You write it down, you stick with it. That is how you're going to get through this rough road ahead. I can't see all the pitfalls you've got in your life, but you can. And if you're causing those pitfalls, stop what you're doing that causes it. It's hard to do sometimes. It really is. But do it and go at it, and best of all and most of all, always remember to be kind. Kindness will get you a lot farther in life than being crude, rude, mean-natured, hateful, all those things that are negative. And the number one thing above all else, develop a relationship with God, because God is real. That's all I've got for you today, folks, and I'll try to do this again tomorrow. Bye.